Today we're gonna be hitting every fish store in my area to buy fish for the saltwater mini pond or for the saltwater tank in the Fish Guy Chris tank room. The only problem is the fish stores are so dang far away from each other, so I'm gonna spend the next hours of my day driving to as many fish stores as possible and at least getting one fish from every single store. Hopefully they got some good stuff. It's Friday. That means it should be shipment day for most stores, so let's go. Store number one actually had some really cool stuff. These things I've never seen before. You guys know I love going to the store and seeing things I've never seen before. These things are called garden eels and they are absolutely wild. I was shocked when I saw these guys. Sadly, they were not for sale. They were on hold. Someone already got them. I was totally gonna get these dudes because they just look absolutely crazy. The way they're literally vertical in the tank is just wild. I think they're so cool. So let me know in the comments you guys think I should set up a tank for some of these guys, maybe special order them because they are wild. They also had this bright purple tile fish. It looked like I was gonna get him. I thought it said $19.99. I was like, holy cow, this is a steal. This thing's bright purple. I looked down, $199, a flashing tilefish. Absolutely insane. That's too much. $150 frogfish they had, which was really cool. I have not seen one of these guys before ever. It's called a cryptic frogfish. He's got like these black spots. He's all white. Really cool. Definitely different than all the ones we have. So we could definitely get him in a future video if you guys think I should. Remember, comment down below if you guys think I should get anything in this video. And then another awesome thing they had was this blue dot stingray. This guy would look so awesome in the giant saltwater pond. You guys know we have the blue diamond stingray who's doing great. He's almost to the point where he's ready to hand feed. He's kind of still eating on the bottom, but we're gonna slowly get him up along the glass, get him feeding. They also had this shark in here, but a really cool stingray. A blue dot doesn't get much prettier than that. I think we're definitely gonna need one for the saltwater pond, but this guy is 400 bones. Let us know. What do you guys think? We are at store number two. Store number one did give us a nice little fish right here. So we do have one fish checked off the list. We are at store number two. Let's see if they got anything cool. Now, store number two did have a nice variety of fish. A lot of colors, a lot of them looking at me weird through the tanks, I will say. They're just staring at me, say, look at this dude with the phone. I mean, hilarious, but a lot of colors, a lot of cool fish to choose from in this tank. There's even a harlequin tusk in the back here swimming around. I've actually never owned one of those, but people absolutely love them. Little panther grouper giving me the side eye as well. So a really cool assortment of fish in this store. Big old lionfish that was staring at me as well. All the fish staring at me. I don't know what, is something on my face? I have no idea, but there was some really cool fish, including this guy right here, which I think I'm gonna blur out because I actually bought him. Insane fish, really cool, and definitely an oddball fish. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the oddballs. This guy, another oddball. This kind of looks, this is a leaf fish. I'm pretty sure the big rhino fish I have in my tank with the anglerfish that's called a rhino fish. I don't know if they're the same. I don't know if they're just two different ways to say it, a leaf fish or a rhino fish, but this guy's really, really cool. He looks just like the big rhino fish I have in my tank. So they could be the same exact thing. This tank I absolutely love. It's a really short, skinny, super long tank in here. I would love to set one of these up with all the fish swimming back and forth. It'd be really cool. So store number two had some cool stuff. I did buy some fish. Now we got to go to store number three. I bought some fish from store number two. So we are 2 for 2 on stores. I'm at store number three. Honestly, we have a good collection going so far. So this may be the last stop, but let's see if store number three has some cool stuff. We have made it back to the house from all those stores, and I'm not only excited about the fish we're about to unbox for the saltwater pond, and I got fish for the saltwater tank, but I'm also pumped to talk to you guys about Raycon, literally the best headphones that you could buy. Raycon has the same audio quality that I expect from the big guys at half the price. You can't beat it. Now, personally, my mornings are filled with the gym or the golf range. I kind of alternate days, so whether I'm hitting balls or working out, it is essential for me to have Raycon earbuds in my ears. I'm listening to music, listening to podcasts, dialing in my craft, whether it's hitting the bench press or hitting my driver. I need to stay dialed. Raycon has sold 3 million of their previous everyday earbuds, so you know they are a fan favorite. But if you haven't pulled the trigger on a pair of Raycons, now is the time to check them out because they just launched their upgraded model of the best-selling everyday earbuds. Plus, they come in some sweet casings like this that are customizable, like this one. It's like the ocean. Look how cool that casing is. Plus, you can be a runner, you can do jumping jacks, they're not gonna fall out. They have these optimized gel tips that stay in there. I mean, they are not gonna fall out of your head. I'm trying to get it out. No, Raycon, they're the real deal. It has active noise cancellation, multi-point connectivity, and it is sweat resistant. So that's perfect for my game. So if you guys do want to check out Raycon, make sure to click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/fishguychris to get 15% off your Raycon purchase plus free shipping. And if I could listen to music while filming a video, I totally would because I'm ready to go unbox some fish and we got some pretty dang cool ones. So let's go do it. We are back from the stores. I found some really cool stuff today. We're gonna be putting a couple in the saltwater mini pond outside and a couple in the tank actually, because some stuff needs to go in the tank. I mentioned some oddballs when I was going through the stores, and I found some really cool stuff. We have a bunch of awesome new additions, especially for this tank. I'm getting a lot of fish now. We're starting to add some to it. It's looking a little bit better. We got our damsel army in here thriving and doing great. Now it's time to keep adding. So the first fish we got here, I got from store number 2. These guys, I didn't think I would like them. They are little, I honestly forgot the name of them, little spotties or something. As you can see, they kind of went to town in the bag there, but they are pretty cool, and I got them because they were just a little school of 2 of them. I thought they had some pretty cool patterns, pretty unique patterns. So just 2 little dudes. Any small fish that swims around a lot, I'm gonna buy, because that's what I like in this mini pond right now. Until we get our big staples, we are going with the schoolers to look really cool. So you guys gotta get a good close-up. And I do not know why I'm completely blanking on the name of these guys. It was a really simple name. I feel like it was just like Spotties or something. Like, it was the easiest name in the entire world. I literally remember looking at the name and, oh, that makes sense for these fish because they got spots on them. Someone correct me down in the comments if you know what kind of fish these are. It's like the easiest name, Spotties or something. But as you can see, they swim around a lot. They got a great pattern, a little bit of an orange, and they were super light and lit up in the tank. So I'm sure they're gonna get better as it goes on. So I think it's a great addition. Let's get these guys in the tank. Let's get these little 2 dudes in the pond. I swear they're called Spotties. Now, they were super colorful when I saw them at the store. They look like little mini discus. I don't know why they're, the name is blanking to me, but look how fast they are. Little tiny, they look like little datnoids or discus, dude. No, that's what they look like. They look like little freshwater datnoids, and they're super shy right now. Also, I wish I can get GoPro footage of them. I dropped my GoPro footage in the middle of the ocean, 80 feet deep, and it completely shattered the GoPro. I thought the thing was rated for 150 feet. Turns out it was only rated for 30 feet. So my GoPro literally imploded in on itself and shattered, which is pretty cool. I gotta buy a new one. The next fish I got from store number 1, and I'm gonna put this guy in the pond because I think he's gonna look really cool in there. Of course, store number 1 likes the double bag, so gotta take out the double bags. So store number 1 is the store that had the blue dot stingray. Really cool, insane stingray. I definitely want it, but Brooke was just mentioning behind the camera, it's a $400 stingray. I'm thinking to myself, that's not that bad. I mean, it's $400 stingray. But then, you know, Brooke just mentioned if she wanted to buy a $400 table or something for the house, I'd be like, $400? But no, for a stingray, it's like, buy it. I'm twisted. I swear, I'm twisted by the fish. I love them. So this guy right here is a hawkfish, but he's a different kind of hawkfish. He's not like the pink hawkfish or the standard one. He's really unique and has some great patterns. So that guy right there, look at that hawkfish. If he chills out for a second, look at that white stripe down his back, that red flame tail, and look at the eye on that. Really zoom into the eye and focus on that eye. That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It's like blue and red and yellow, absolutely sick. It's the small details for me. Even when we catch, you know, a mutton snapper or yellowtail, whatever we are, offshore, a mahi, if you really look at the details, it's absolutely amazing what fish can do. You pull a mahi out of the water, it's lime green and bright blue. 5 minutes later, it's like a Carolina teal, almost gray. It's absolutely sick. So fish have the most amazing colors, and this guy is really dope. Let's get our hawkfish in the pond. Look at that thing. That thing is a savage, absolute savage. I love the colorings on him. Love the colorings on him. He's gonna dart back. And those guys, similar to the gobies we caught in the last video, he's chilling right in the cave right there. That is what he's gonna do. Crawl along the rocks, hang out on the rocks, and swim in and out of the caves. That's what his style fish do, the hawkfish. They like crawl over the rocks, similar to the blenny that I caught in the fish trap video. So super sick fish. The next 2 fish are the oddballs, the really, really cool ones that we're gonna be putting in the tank, because I think the tank side view is gonna do these guys a lot of justice. So let's go put them in. Now we're gonna be putting 2 sea creatures in this tank right here, which is doing great. We haven't really added to it that much, but everything we did add to it is doing fine. We also had to scoop up a lot of the smaller fish in the big pond, which is why you see clownfish and mollies in here, a lot of the smaller stuff from the big pond. Me and Jack dove in, scooped all the smaller stuff out, so that way we could add, you know, the predator stuff that we have in there, like the shark and the ray. So that's why you see the smaller stuff in this tank. Now the first thing, we got 2 bangers right here. So the first thing we're gonna add to this tank, which I think it would look better in the tank, that's why I'm doing it in the tank, is this insane blue lobster. This guy is so freaking cool. We recently, you guys know I had that big purple lobster in here, but you guys know I put it in the big pond and he is doing so good in there. So we get ourselves a new lobster for the tank, and this blue guy is absolutely sick. I don't know if you can see him in the bag there, but he is so cool, bright blue, and he's got those big long antennas like that. Absolutely, just so sick. So as soon as I saw him at the store, I said, I am getting him. This guy is from store number 3. You guys know we didn't see too much at store number 3, but this guy was a must buy. Look at how long those antennas are. So long. I wonder how big these guys get. I didn't look it up. I need to look it up because if we can get this guy even like 5 inches would be cool. With his antennas like that, he's probably a good 12 inches, dude. Those things are so long. He's got a really tiny body, but those things are super long to smell out that shrimp that's gonna hit the water that we're gonna be feeding him. But really cool sea creature. Look at those blue legs. Absolutely sick. We're gonna get this guy in the tank and he's gonna look so cool in here. Oh my God, he's so sharp. Look at that thing. That thing is so sick. That is so cool. His claws are just stabbing into my arms right now, just holding on to me for dear life. That is one of the coolest sea creatures. That's why I was so pumped about getting this guy. And the best thing yet, we have another cool one coming up very soon. So let's drop this guy in. Whoa, whoa, buddy's freaking. He's freaking out. Look at him. That thing is so cool. So I'm sure he's gonna be hard to find. He's gonna find a cave and he's only really gonna be seen when we're feeding. So right now he's doing okay, but once he actually, finds his little spot, it's gonna be tough. So once he really finds his spot, it's gonna be a lot harder to find him, but we'll definitely know where he's at in terms of where those antennas are. You can really see those guys from a mile away. But for right now, he's actually doing a pretty good job. He's like hanging out in the corner of the tank. So once he finds his spot, we're gonna be able to find him with his antennas that are gonna be sticking out of the rocks. And hopefully if we feed him and he gets used to us, we'll be able to drag him all the way out in the sand and he'll run out and grab the shrimp and then dart back in. So right now he's a little skittish, but that is a really cool addition for the saltwater tank. Now last is my favorite addition to the tank, and he is super cool and I don't see them often, especially this color. This guy right here is the one I blurred out in the beginning of the video. This guy is a batfish and he was only $44. What a steal of a fish. Super unique, insane colors, great eaters, and honestly, one of the most oddly shaped fish you can buy. This thing's got like wings on them, like an airplane. So freaking cool, but you gotta be super careful with them and watch them daily. So we gotta make sure this guy stays fed. He eats mysis and he is absolutely super cool. So we gotta drop a name for this dude and the blue lobster because these are the staple guys for this tank right now. So this is a batfish. I'm sure you guys can think of some really unique names down in the comments. And that blue lobster, another great sea creature where you guys can come up with some really cool names. So drop them down in the comments. I cannot wait to see what this guy looks like in the tank against that blue background. He should look insane. So look how shriveled up he is when he's not in the water. His fins are completely gone. He's not showing that big body that he has. And he looks kind of like the first fish we bought. The real magic happens when you actually put him in the tank and he looks like that. That is so dang cool. Now that is a dope fish right there. You guys can see how small he was when he was out of the water, and once he hits the water, boom, he blows up. These guys do get pretty big as long as he's on a steady diet of mysis. You can tell how small this guy is. Just his body is not even as big as the clownfish that he's swimming with. But those fins make him look much bigger, kind of like a sailfin tang. Anytime we put something in the big pond, that sailfin tang swims right up to it and pops open those fins so he can assert his dominance. So this guy right here shouldn't have any problems with fish beefing with him because he looks so big and makes his presence known. And this guy is really cool. Cannot wait to start feeding him and seeing how cool he is when he's eating. A 10 out of 10 addition for me. I think this is my favorite fish in this tank, including the saltwater pond. A super fun video filming with you guys today. I love going to the stores, showing you guys what they have, especially the oddballs. I saw a couple really cool things that I want to be getting. Like those garden eels were so sick. I definitely want to set up a tank in here for those garden eels. So let me know down in the comments what you guys want me to get from the stores that you guys saw, and I will make it happen. Some good additions to the tanks. Now that we're getting back into the groove of things, and we're gonna start doing a ton of more videos. A couple great additions for this tank and the saltwater pond. We're slowly adding, and in a couple months, they're gonna look amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.